I've been out and about. My rugby league season is a couple of weeks old already. I'm working at a few clubs already, whether it be on Zoom, doing things remotely or in person. And I've been helping one club in particular to help develop their juniors to go to another level in 2026 by helping their coaches run clinics. And one of the big bits of feedback I get from the coaches that I'm helping is about how far you can push players. Because there's a big misconception in our society at the moment that current generations you can't speak to them in a certain way, or you can't put boundaries on them, or you can't give them feedback. And it's the biggest load of rubbish. there's a big misconception that modern younger generations don't like discipline, and that's rubbish. There's a big misconception that discipline means insults, abuse, and aggression, and that's definitely rubbish. And some people don't understand that. When coaches get all these things mixed up, they tend to go the opposite way and go, for want of a better term, easy on their players, and they let them get away with murder, basically. And their coaching environments are all over the show, and they wonder why they have no control over their coaching environment, over how the players behave, and how the players attend training and attend games, because they have no control, they have no boundaries. And setting boundaries is very important, and younger generations still appreciate those, and it definitely isn't something mean. Lack of boundaries can also impact team management, player behaviour, and your coaching job satisfaction. You spend half your time pulling your hair out because you can't control your players. And setting boundaries doesn't mean being inflexible. It means creating clear expectations so that everyone associated with your team, so players, fellow coaches, managers, parents even, everyone knows exactly where you stand, what's okay and what's not. Setting your own personal boundaries is very important. And there's different types of boundaries too. There might be material boundaries in terms of football gear that you've been given. How often do your footballs go missing? How often as a coach do you get given 6 footballs or 3 footballs or 10 footballs and end the season with 2? Probably because you've got no discipline in and around how they come back when they get used. And it's not just balls, it's cones, it's water bottles too. They all go missing. Tackle shields get ripped. Boundaries with players. I was dealing with a player the other day who wasn't putting in the same amount of work that others were around him. And there's 2 sides to that. I as a coach could get frustrated with that, or the coaches who were directly involved got frustrated with that, and I mirrored their frustration. But also, what about the people around him? Why should they do the work if he's not? So it comes down to boundaries, doesn't it? And if we didn't pull up this player, then I'm sure the other players would have been frustrated about that. And then, of course, we fill up water bottles, don't we? And we put them on the side of the field. Say, right, kids, go and get, or players, lads, men, women, go and get some water. Don't you hate the player who swigs and swigs and swigs and swigs and swigs? I think I was that player, funnily enough. I know not, now I've mentioned swigging, I've got to do some. Global League Network. Even though this says Super Pump now, if you're looking at the clip, it'll say Global League Network next week. There you go, giving you another shout out. Why should that player work when the others don't? And that's why it's important to have your standards. As coaches, have you ever had a chat with your coaches about something and then all of a sudden a player just comes in and interrupts? Where's your boundaries around coach conversations and player conversations? How much do your players need to know? And when do they need to know it? There's information for coaches and there's also information for players and there's information for parents, and they go in very different slots. And when you're managing parents and expectations with them, you've got to be very careful, because if you let them in too much, they start trying to dictate. And if you've got no boundaries, you're screwed. I Can you imagine having a parent like John Hopewati? That was what I first encountered when I came to Australia. John Hopewati is a really close friend because of the relationship we had with each other at that time. He was really keen to see William go to fullback, not centre, where we had him. And I just communicated with him and said, I need another week or two because I'm doing this with another kid and this with another kid. And he was great with that. And we have a great relationship as a result.